How's it going, everyone? Sethphir here, and welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. This is going to be our first installment in the Smash or Pass series, where we will take a look at the limited bannered characters coming out and tell you whether it's worth smashing that summon button or completely passing on the character entirely. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Frigg. Frigg is a very powerful ice character that has a lot of combo potential with future ice characters down the line, and you can see this character in game right now. You will not be able to summon it until September 1st for the global version, but we're going to go ahead and break down this video into a few sections. The first section, we're going to talk about the differences from the global version of Frigg versus the Chinese version of Frigg, which will make a key role in whether you summon for her or not. Then we will be talking about the amount of stars that is required to make Frigg good or worth versus having it as a whale or a very high starred Frigg. So we're going to talk about the big differences between that. And finally, we are going to wrap it all up with a verdict for both PvE and PvP that will let you know whether this character is worth smashing or passing on depending on the star value. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's take a look at Frigg's weapon. We can see that the Shatter, the Charge, and all of the base stats are exactly the same, as well as the Ice Shell ability for Ice Elemental. However, when we get down to the passive, we notice a pretty big difference. And this difference is that her passive has been completely replaced. So instead of the Frost Domain giving a 15% ice attack boost and being slotted onto her Fimbulwinter skill, it is now giving a 0% ice boost, but is replaced with Frost Resonance, which is 15% ice attack. But it's going to be a little different. So as we can see, the skill here, Fimbulwinter, does state that you will get Domain Frost 1. However, there is no damage increase to it, just simply the shatter increase. So that means that with Frigg now having Ice Frost Resonance, it is going to be weird because her best comp down the line was with Sakifua and Lin and or Tsubasa, and Sakifua has the Frost Resonance as well, and on top of that, a stronger Frost Resonance, which was 20%. Frigg's Frost Resonance is only 15, but it seems like everything in Global is getting scaled down a little bit to avoid the super aggressive power creep that was in the Chinese version. So that's good that we're getting balancing towards that, but it's going to change a lot for the character. So we have lost 15% damage boost for all stars on Frigg, flat out the gate, and another 5% technically with the Frost Resonance scaling down, but keep in mind that this was most likely to be the trend with all characters in the future, as Nemesis did have 5% lowered Volt Resonance, and we're going to see the same coming up in the future. Next, we're going to scroll down through her abilities, and we do see that everything is the same for 1 stars and 2 stars. However, when we get to 3 stars, we will see a difference in 5% total frost attack damage while inside of the domain from the Chinese version. So that is going to be another 5% nerf for Frigg, so keep that in mind. 4 stars still the same, and 5 stars still being the same, but when you get down to 6 stars, when we start to talk about whaling on this character, we will now see that Domain of Frost 2 will give 12% frost attack instead of 25% on the Chinese version. That is a 13% decrease. So we can see that the scaling and power buffing for Frost Resonance on this character is going to be a lot less than it is in the Chinese version. And that being said, in the Chinese version, Saki does have Frost Resonance, so that will overlap and kind of conflict with Frigg. We'll have to see how that works. Maybe our Saki doesn't have Frost Resonance, but that all those factors in mind, that this scaling down is making her look a little bit nerfed. It is, but I think that the state of a lot of these characters coming out will end up being nerfed. The final thing that we can note is that the dodge attack multi-slash has a significant nerf from the 100, it was like 200 and something percent on the Chinese version. Now it's only 143%, so when you're spamming the infinite dodge slash inside of Fimbulwinter's Frost Domain, it's gonna do a lot less damage. So this is a very, very important thing to note about Frigg. Now, if we talk about low stars, our next section, if you're getting low stars on this character is significantly worse because you don't have the added bonus of Frost Domain 1 giving 15% ice damage. You get absolutely nothing for having low stars. Yes, you will get the frost resonance, but it definitely will hurt in the long term with an ice comp going down the line. So that makes aiming for high stars on this character very important. And in addition to that, you need to at least reach the 3-star to get the 20% frost damage bonus inside of the arena, but then it's also lowered by 5%. So for free-to-play, for dolphin players, this character looks a little bit less appealing because a lot of her power is gated behind the later part of this now, her buffing power for frost. So for a whale player, this character is also looking a little bit worse because you're only getting that 12% buff instead of the 13% buff. And we don't know the state that Saki's going to come in the future, along with Tsubasa receiving nerfs on the global version, losing a lot of her power scaling. So you're seeing this ice comp look a little bit weaker than it was before. That being said, frost is a powerful element, and there are some times where you need an ice comp in order to progress in the Frontier Clash or in the raids later on down the line, and other avenues where frost damage is buffed. So this will be a cornerstone character to creating and buffing a frost team composition. So let's jump into the final verdict. Is Frigg worth smashing or passing on? I think as a free-to-play player or a dolphin player that's spending a little bit, you may want to hold off on Frigg if she's not your favorite element. If she is your favorite element, of course, go ahead and do it. Like, this game is about fun. Play the thing that you want to play, especially if you love ice. If you like her aesthetics, you like her attacks, go for that for sure. But in terms of raw power, she does seem a little bit weaker. So you might want to hold your dark crystals for the future, for other limited characters that are coming out that might be a little bit more universal, like Lyn or some of the other things down the line. So those might be a good thing to keep in mind. If you are a whale player, you're going to be getting max stars most likely, so you're going to get that 12% boost in terms of attack, and this will be one of the stronger frost characters to apply to a frost comp. So if frost is your element, if you like frost, and that's something you want to build, this will be a smash for Frigg because you will be able to obtain the 6-star copy, which will boost that damage, and she will be likely stronger than most limited or standard banner characters at the very start, so this is going to be a temporary power boost that will definitely help you climb the Bygone ladder, and if you're a whale player, that's probably what you care about most. And then let's talk about PvP. If you are a PvPer, this is a very powerful weapon to have, especially if you compare it with Meryl in PvP. You will see a nice ice bonus going in there, resonating for extra damage. She has a lot of utility with the dodge arena and creating the zone, big shatters, and having a lot of high damage skills. So this could definitely be a potential one pull on Frigg just for the weapon, 1-star pull, so definitely a smash for a 1 copy of Frigg for PvP, and go ahead and check that out. See how you feel, how it fits into the meta, because as the meta evolves and changes, this could be a crucial character going into the future. So for PvP, definitely a smash on 1 copy of Frigg. So I think the final verdict really comes down to Frigg being a low star or free-to-play, maybe dolphin, pass, and a high star whale player, smash. And I think that's really what it's going to fall down to. But again, it's your choice, it's your dark crystals, and if ice really is your element, or you just love the way that Frigg looks, go ahead and summon for Frigg if that is what your heart desires. Alright, thanks for the time and watching this video, everyone. I truly appreciate that. We're going to continue the Smash and Pass series for every single limited character that comes out, and I will double back for Nemesis, maybe before it's a little bit too late on the Nemesis banner, so we'll try to get that in, and that's pretty much going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you found this information helpful or useful at all whatsoever. And we will see you in the next video.